welcome to Keeping It Real with KC. I am your host, KC Phoenix, and it is the weekend. Okay, I told you guys I only plan on doing one episode for Keeping It Real with KC. For those who may be new to this and everything else, of course, I gotta let you know, Keeping It Real with KC is a weekend show. My daily thought is a supplement to the Keeping It Real with KC show. Usually when I do the Keeping It Real with KC show, I do 2 or 3 episodes, sometimes more, depending on what I'm feeling. Lately, due to Mercury being in retrograde and other things going on behind the scenes with administrative stuff that I have been working on, I've been doing one show on the weekend for Keeping It Real with KC. So here we are. Social media, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform, KIRWKC on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook.com/KIRWKC. If you are watching this on YouTube or Dailymotion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. That will let you know when I upload new videos and yada, yada, yada. And as you see, I cut my hair and shaved because usually, as some of my watchers know, I let my hair grow out and beard and everything else. And you see all the salt and pepper and all that stuff. And then on the weekend, I cut it and shave. So that's what I did. So here I am. All right. Took off 10 years. For this weekend, Wacky News Weekend, that's what it is. I usually break up the stories into different episodes and do that. But since I'm only doing one episode, I found 4 stories that in their old stories, because lately a lot of the weird news, they try to connect it to what's going on in the world today. And by what's going on in the world today, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to discuss that. I don't want to discuss that situation because I feel that's more political, and we don't do politics on this channel. This is where people can come to and not have to think about politics. So for that particular situation, and you know what situation I'm talking about, I'm not discussing it on this channel. So that's that. But I found some older news stories like 2016, 2018, 2017, weird news stories that I did not even know about, but had me cracking up. So I have 4 stories, and I will read bits and pieces and let you know what this is. Okay, I don't have my tea because I waited till the last minute to make it. So it's only been in the refrigerator for an hour, and that's not long enough for me because it has to be cold. And I didn't put any lemon in this water. I'm doing regular water right now. So that's what I'm about to sip on for those who are listening to the show. Okay, got some water. All right. Here we go. So, frozen. Ooh, the world we live in. Frozen excrement dropped from plane crashes through house roof. This happened back in 2016. This is a true story. And I did not know this. All right. Or that this could even happen. All right. A Canadian woman has claimed a frozen lump of excrement from a plane passing overhead ripped through the roof of her mother's house. Stephanie Moore said she was woken up by a crashing sound and saw a huge hole in the ceiling in the hallway, less than 15 feet from where she was sleeping. The 36-year-old teacher had been staying with her mother overnight after returning from a trip to Cuba. After the incident, she said she found pink insulation, drywall, ceiling material, and shattered bits of wood on the hallway floor in a puddle of water. In the morning, daylight could have been seen shining through the hole, which was around 1 meter in diameter, and the crash had caused damage to the roof's planking and shingles. Miss Moore told CBC News, "At first I thought it was just damage to the ceiling. I couldn't tell it went right through the roof when I first saw it. She said both the insurance appraiser and roof repairman who visited the next day said it was the strangest thing they had ever seen. The roofer who inspected the damage said there was no rotting wood in the roof, and before the incident, the outer shell of the house was solid. They did not find any evidence that a tree or branch caused the damage, and there was no ice or snow on the roof when it happened. The roofer said it was most likely to have been blue ice, a term for frozen excrement that can accidentally leak away from planes mid-flight, named for the color of disinfectant used by the sewage systems in commercial planes. Blue ice has been known to hit homes and melt on impact, leaving little evidence behind. The only other thing that can cause that sort of damage would be a small meteor strike, but that would leave a rock or mineral in the debris. A spokeswoman for Transport Canada said they were looking into the claim. She said the department takes all reports of possible debris coming from aircraft very seriously. Every reported incident is investigated by Transport Canada officials. Canadian aviation regulations forbid creating a hazard by dropping waste mid-flight, she added. Okay, I didn't even know this type of stuff could happen. I honestly didn't know. This is new for me. This is the first time I've ever heard this. I've heard of bird droppings, but plane droppings, totally new for me. So, yeah, if you see some blue ice that drops somewhere, stay clear. That's all I can tell you on that one. So that was a weird story. 2016. And that was from The Independent. This story is also from The Independent. This was 2017. Man with world's largest penis weighs it to prove it's real. I had to pause to let that marinate for a second. And I'm going to pause again to let that marinate for a second. Okay. Now that that's marinated, let me go ahead and read this story. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. I wish I could, but I can't. All right. A man who claims he has the world's largest penis has reportedly weighed it to prove it's real, according to TMZ. Roberto Esquivel Cabrera weighed what is believed to be his 18.9-inch member on camera at his home in Sotillo, Mexico. And it came out at 2 pounds. Mr. Esquivel Cabrera has said he wants the Guinness Book of World Records to recognize it and previously had it x-rayed to prove its veracity. So he went and had his penis x-rayed. I didn't even know penises could get x-rayed. But doctors are reported to have said 13 inches are just excess skin. I had to let that marinate too. On with the story. The 52-year-old reportedly said it had caused him to lose jobs and harmed his relationships, meaning he is forced to live alone and forage for food. He told a local news website, "Look where it is. It goes far below the knees." Ooh, boy. I cannot do anything. I cannot work. I am disabled, so I want authorities to declare me as a disabled person and give me support. And that's where that article ends. So he wanted disability because, yeah, that was from The Independent. And this was a 2017 article. No, I did not make this up. I promise you I didn't. Wacky News Weekend. Okay. For the next story, and I have to warn you right now, and I know some people are saying that I'm listening to this podcast. You're warning me now, but you didn't warn me before that other story that you just read. That other story, that isn't. I don't consider that something that would make you spit out your drink. The story that I had just read about the man wanting disability for his issues. This story, I'm warning you now. Okay, and this is a true. I gotta get it. I should be laughing at this story because on one end, this is sad. On another end, this is dark humor. If you're not a dark humor person, this ain't gonna be for you. But I gotta get this. Okay. All right. I'm doing a show. I gotta get it. Okay. Let's get serious. I have to get serious. Cool composure. I gotta. All right. Let's get composed. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. I'm warning you that if you are drinking anything, if you are eating anything, please stop now. Because what I'm about to read to you might make you spit out your drink or choke on what you are eating. Because those who have a dark sense of humor, like I do, will find this funny. And a little bit more funny than others might find it. Okay. Now, I'm ready to read the article. This happened in 2018. If you have a drink, if you have food, put it down. I will not be held responsible for this. You've been warned. Title of the article: Homeless man with no arms stabs tourist. I'm going to repeat that again for those who it went over their heads. Homeless man with no arms stabs tourist. I'm letting it marinate. Okay. Thank God this is a short article. On Tuesday, July 10th, 46-year-old armless street painter Jonathan Dale Crenshaw was arrested after he grabbed a pair of scissors with his feet and launched himself towards 22-year-old Cesar Coronado and stabbed him with the instrument. The arrest report stated that the incident occurred on the 1600 block of Collins Avenue, which I used to work in Miami Beach at Banana Republic. Side story, which that was one of my favorite jobs. I love working at Banana Republic in Miami Beach. It was awesome. And also I lived in Miami Beach too. But anyways, Coronado was walking with his friend Cindy I'm trying to make sure I pronounce her name correctly. Barrent. I feel like I need to stretch that out for some reason. I'm looking at her last name, but I'm going to say Barrentos. 22. Both from Chicago were visiting Miami Beach. Crenshaw claimed he was lying down on the street when Coronado allegedly punched him in the head. Crenshaw stated in self-defense, grabbed a pair of scissors with his feet and stabbed Coronado twice, inflicting a stab wound on his left arm, leaving him bleeding on the ground. Crenshaw placed the scissors back in his waistband and quickly fled the scene. How did he put the scissors? The police were informed of the situation and found Crenshaw on the 200 block of Lincoln Road, nearby to the scene of the crime. Paramedics took Coronado to Mount Sinai Medical Center to treat his non-life-threatening wounds. Jonathan Dale Crenshaw was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. He is being held at Miami-Dade Corrections with a $7,500 bond. I really would like to know how this turned out. What was the end result when he went in front of the judge? I would really like to know. I should have looked that up too. Yeah. And for the final weird news story, this is a perv alert. So I'm giving you warning on this too. Perv alert. Man hid cherry pies under women's car tires to see them bend over. This happened in 2018. Again, I wish I could make this stuff up, but I can't. I wish I could. I'll read it again for you. Man hid cherry pies under women's car tires to see them bend over. On Tuesday, August the 7th, 43-year-old Kurt Michael Fulton was arrested after he allegedly hid cherry pies, VHS tapes. Wait a minute. This happened in 2018. Who was still using VHS tapes in 2018? Make it make sense. VHS tapes and other various items underneath the parked cars of women drivers so he could see them bend over and pick them up whilst he watched from a distance with binoculars. Saginaw County Sheriff William Fetterspill reported in a press conference Fulton was involved in an incident on Sunday in the parking lot of the Target store on 2772 Titabawasi Road. That's a hell of a road name. Titabawasi Road or Titabawasi Road. I guess it depends on how you want to pronounce it. And with this situation, you say Tita, I say Tita, whatever. Coachville Township, Saginaw, Michigan. Fulton would wait in his car whilst an unsuspecting female victim parked their car. In the Target car park, the victim would exit their vehicle and enter the store. Fulton would run over and place various items in front or behind the tires of the car. These items included laptops, VHS tapes, and McDonald's cherry pies. Fulton would run back to his car to gain a better vantage point and would stalk his victims with the use of binoculars. The women would then be forced to bend over to see what they've driven over after hearing a crunching or squishing sound. The sheriff commented on Fulton's behavior. It's very creepy, unacceptable behavior. That's the best way to describe it. It's just creepy. You think? A 25-year-old woman called the police after she discovered a laptop had been placed underneath her vehicle. Kurt Michael Fulton was arrested and charged with aggravated stalking with a habitual offender second offense enhancement, as it was discovered that Fulton had been arrested for the same crime in 2007. He is being held in Saginaw County Jail with a bond of $80,000. Yeah. It's a wacky news weekend. That's all I can say. That's Those are my 4 stories. For those who have been listening, I hope you enjoyed it. For the Wacky News Weekend. For those who have been watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone who's been supporting the show, it means more to me than you'll ever know. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. KIRWKC on Twitter, on Instagram. Facebook.com/KIRWKC. If you are watching this on YouTube or Dailymotion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell. That way you will know when I upload new videos. I appreciate every single one of you. I love every single one of you, more than you'll ever know, for the support. Until next time, be blessed.